We are going to look at a widely accepted leadership theory today, the transformational leadership theory. The term was first introduced with transactional leadership by Burns in his descriptive research on political leaders. This theory regards leaders instrumental in uniting the followers and inspiring them to higher achievements. By expressing the leader's standards, followers may change their goals and beliefs. Transactional leadership emphasized on the exchange between two parties so that they both receive value. Rewards and punishments mediated by the leaders are the commonly used methods to motivate followers. Therefore, followers are often supervised and monitored based on predetermined criteria. Compared with transformational leaders, transactional leaders prefer keeping things consistent rather than inspiring followers to innovate. They focus on extrinsic motivations to meet their expectation with less change, whereas transformational leaders seek to create change through inspiration and influence followers' attitudes. We will focus on transformational leadership today. Bates proposed charisma, inspiration, intellectual stimulation, and individual consideration as four behaviors in line with transformational leadership. Avolio and his colleagues then renamed charisma the idealized influence. The four dimensions were identified into the 4 I's model. Whoever you are, a professional, a manager, or a small business owner, have you thought about developing the transformational leadership skills? Try to start from the 4 I's. Reflect on yourself. Have you addressed the 4 aspects properly? If not, watch this video. We'll give you tips about how you can improve your 4 I's in the workplace. So let's get into it.
Idealized influence is how leaders could earn respect from their followers through their talk, behaviors, and followers' attributions. In other words, this means to exert their influence within the group. Leaders could show high levels of confidence to achieve the company's goals and bring this confidence along with positive emotions to employees, as leaders could set high standards to evaluate employees in order to present the authority. There are two main aspects to achieve idealized influence. One is idealized attributes, and another is idealized behaviors. In idealized attributes, the easiest way is to display the sense of power, showing the control of the business. As it has been mentioned previously, leaders can achieve this by setting high standards for employees and at the same time encourage them to achieve the standard. Once the followers have done that, the sense of pride would be created. They are more willing to sacrifice their own interest for the overall good of the group. However, they would assimilate their benefits with collective interest. Idealized influence can be learned with inspirational motivation. However, the major difference here is that it focuses more on leaders' behaviors. Same beliefs, values, purpose, and missions are encouraged within the whole business, which then can be combined as the common goals, or what we say core values. As a transformational leader, it is necessary to clear the importance of a strong sense of purpose. It is the central idea to achieve success. Once everyone in the business shares the same goal, the collective sense would appear, which further encourage employees and leaders to behave in a better way. A typical example here is Elon Musk. His expectations for his employees are very high. However, he uses higher ones to evaluate himself as well. This makes his employees keep learning and improving themselves all the time. He earns respect through his high achievements and brings positive emotions by encouraging employees to be a better self. Also, he uses himself as an example to encourage employees. He put his own personal money as investment into his business. Followers can see the motivations through his behaviors. This action could show his confidence on the leading, which decreases employees' uncertainty in their own future, which then enhances his leadership.
Another characteristic of a transformational leader is inspirational motivation. It refers to the leader's ability to inspire followers' confidence, motivation, and sense of mission. So, how to inspire followers? The leader usually articulates an appealing and challenging vision for people to follow. Vision is an ideal, unique image of the future for the common good. Leaders should always foresee the future so that followers are willing to mirror the visions and actions to keep the pace. This is the practice of inspiring others. Take a moment to look at the first picture. What do you see? Are you able to describe it in detail? Perhaps some trees in the background? You may guess there are some flowers in the front, but not sure about the color. The weather is a mystery as well. Now look at the second picture. It tells a lot more information than the first one. The whole environment is full of vigor. You can also describe the color of flowers and the flowers trees. The shooting time could also be estimated. It may be the moment after raining or when the sunrise. The use of pictures above is the analogy of articulating visions. If the vision is perceived as vague, not detailed, then it is uninspiring. You cannot expect others are on the track. Followers cannot fully understand or get engaged. In contrast, if the vision is detailed, well instructed, followers may become excited about future possibilities. An inspiring vision statement should inform a clear direction and priorities for the organization. It inspires the team cohesion as well. Let's look at some examples of the big companies. Microsoft, empower every person in every organization on the planet to achieve more. Nike, to bring inspiration and innovation to every athlete in the world. What are the similarities in two statements? Bear in mind the following tip to make your vision statement. Dream big. Envision your business in 5, 10, and 20 years. Infuse the core values in the statement. Find your reasonable audience. The statement implies a clear focus for the business. Use clear and concise language so that everyone can understand.
Have you ever thought about how usually followers would feel like being involved in the company? Have you ever thought about the needs and desires of each followers or group members? Have you ever thought about how to make followers stay with you for long term? Individualized consideration is the degree to which the leader attends to each follower's needs, acts as a mentor or coach to the follower, and listens to the follower's concerns. Individualized consideration leadership is the main and very first factor that involves the followers into the transformation process of an organization. That leadership will recognize the needs and feelings of followers. This brings about the need to diagnose their wishes, needs, values, and abilities in the right way. The individualized consideration leader demonstrates high concern for their followers, treats them as individuals, and gets to know well about them and listens to both their concerns and ideas. And how can leaders realize these feelings? Developing followers through coaching, mentoring, and teaching by the leaders are the essential indicators of factors. The leader should notice that human wishes and needs are different. Some want certainty, some want excitement and change, some prefer money, and some want free time. The leader who is aware of the different needs and wishes of people has an opportunity to use all those different demands in the right way. As the leader, you have to have this personal attention to each followers, which is a key element in bringing out followers' very best efforts and in developing the followers' leadership potential. And also, it will lead to higher levels of trust in the leader. In sum, a leader who gives personal attention to subordinates reflects the behavior of treating each follower as an individual and initiates an interest in the long-term development of each follower. Thus, it will provide best results and efforts to the leader by knowing how to use and put them in the best position.
Talking about intellectual stimulation, how to inspire followers' new idea and innovative approach. Do the checklist of job enrichment and stimulating environment. Is the environment bright, animate? Does it encourage interaction? Do all employees or followers have autonomy? What about skill variety? Do they have task significance, which is the sense of doing something meaningful? Do they have access to recognition and feedback? Are they involved in collaboration? An enriched environment provides people with various sensory stimuli. Look at the pictures above. The workplace on the left is a confined space. The segregation boards between employees discourage social interaction. The picture seems inanimate. The Lego work environment on the right turned the headquarters into a playground. That encourages employees to live their vision of inventing the future of play. It is consistent with the core value of the company, which is fun, creativity, and imagination. The great fit of personal and organizational values positively influence the job satisfaction and performance. The creative space with means of bright colors, shapes, help employees to unleash their creative thinking in a relaxing environment. In line with the job characteristic model, job enrichment includes revising the job to fulfill the aspiration of people as individuals, not as robots. Teamwork and collaboration help to leverage team members' strengths. People with various scope of skills working together lead to professional and interpersonal relationship. Effective feedback, the sense of meaningfulness of the job, opens doorway to knowledge sharing. Consequently, innovative ideas come out. An interesting example is Facebook's hackathons for their employees. Developers and architects may have a certain way of thinking. However, they generate new ideas when the team work with people from the finance or marketing department. Meaningful relationships are built in an enriched environment, and it opens up innovation internally.
To conclude, always refer to the four dimensions we talked about to develop transformational leadership skills. Idealize influence, gain respect and trust from the followers. Remember our role model, Elon Musk, how he has himself some high standards which influence the followers. Inspirational motivation. Remember the analogy of two pictures that reflected the importance of clear vision and expectation. Structure your short-term and long-term planning of the business and see if you can unite the efforts of subordinates to achieve those goals. Get ideas from some big companies, how they have established the cohesion. Individualize consideration. Get to know well about your followers, their needs, their backgrounds, their attitudes towards teamwork and individual work. Then, the customized training and development program may make followers' full potential. Intellectual stimulation. Innovate the followers through the stimulating environment that encourage the idea of flow. Communication leads to connection and collaboration. Job enrichment in line with the job characteristic model opens up innovation as well. Last, hope you guys have learned something useful from this video. Please remember, keep reflecting on yourself and practice to improve the skills. One day, you will find yourself a successful transformational leader. Thanks for your watching.